is important for South Africa's economy. You know, we are blessed with the most beautiful country, nature. We are blessed with our people, our biggest asset. So we are going to go big there to introduce South Africa, but also to inspire people to come. And I must say that the cooperation with the Chinese government is excellent. It's assisting us to grow our economy, but also to create jobs in the end.
Thank you, Minister, for agreeing to do this interview. Can you share how significant tourism is to South Africa's economy and what role the Chinese market plays in this dynamics?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you to all our Chinese visitors for their support. We welcome over 41,000 Chinese visitors in 2024. And of course, we want to triple that. Tourism is important for South Africa's economy. You know, we are blessed with the most beautiful country. Nature. We are blessed with our people, our biggest asset. They are very welcoming. And so tourism contributes more than 8% to the gross domestic product of South Africa. And the potential to create more employment opportunities, to create jobs, it's there. For every one international tourist that comes to South Africa, we create jobs. And so the absorption of especially semi-skilled, unskilled young people, it's there. The entry level is not that high, but you can train them. And that's where China is coming in. China has been assisting us to train tour operators to speak Mandarin. Next year, we're bringing another 25 tour operators and companies, to not only Mandarin, but for us to study, when Chinese tourists do come to South Africa, what are they interested to see? So we can package itineraries, We can package an itinerary for millennials, the younger people who are interested in different things. We can package itinerary for families, for tour groups, for study groups. We have it all. And I must say that the cooperation with the Chinese government is excellent. It's assisting us to grow our economy, but also to create jobs in the end.
It sounds like China is a key, important player in
Yes,
tourism.
definitely. That's why I was here in November of 2023. And I had engagement with the tour operators, with the trade. And I asked them, what more can we do to allow a Chinese visitor to have a seamless travel to our country? And of course, the issue has been visas. What we've introduced now is that what we call the trusted tour operators. The Chinese visitor don't need to go to South African embassy, South African consulate. They can now apply for a visa with a tour operator. And the tour operator, whether you organize a group of 5 or 200 people, it's online, and within 2-3 days you have your visa. So we have got 19 accredited tour operators from China that is being accredited by the Chinese government and South African government, and I'm here to grow that number. The purpose of today's meeting is to say, how can we recruit more tour operators to enable, to ease the visa process? And we introduced it in February of 2025. And by the end of May, we had 18,000 applications for visas that came through tour operators. So there's a big potential, and I hope today that we'll be able to reach out to more tour operators that where people can go to for visas. And it's not just only a visa to tour the country, but also business visas. And we also issue now multiple entry visa. You know, Chinese tourists come to South Africa, then they want to go over to Botswana, our neighboring country, spend 2 days there, and come back to South Africa. So we also issue multiple visa entries now for Chinese tourists.
What makes Chinese market so promising for South Africa's tourism industry, and what factors are driving the opportunity?
I think first of all it's our history. You know, we've got a long-standing history with the People's Republic of China. Our president came to visit China, and your president visited South Africa to strengthen the bilateral. But so far what we know about Chinese visitors, you know, they like to go on safaris, you know, to see the wild animals. They love to go to Cape Town to see Table Mountain. But now we have diversified our tourism offering. And there's a lot more what I call hidden gems. You know, just a few weeks ago, we launched the first dinosaur interpretation center in South Africa, because that's where the world discovered the oldest dinosaur, including dinosaur embryos and the whole history of dinosaurs. And it's very educational.
How do the preferences of Chinese tourists differ from those of tourists from other major markets? Are there unique things they're looking for when they visit South Africa?
Yes, definitely. Beside the safaris, the game drives and all of that, they like also to get into our small towns, into our villages. They like to meet the cultural history, you know, our dancing, our singing. It's very bright, vibrant and live. Also in terms of shopping, South Africa is the land of gold and diamonds, and so there are a lot of interest also. And again, when it comes to the luxury end of the market, we can design an itinerary for the luxury end of the market to enjoy and experience the best of the best that we can offer. So we personalize your travel itinerary to according what you would like to see.
So what unique attractions or experiences is South Africa promoting to capture the attention of Chinese, especially given the booming growth of China's outbound tourism market?
Something that is gaining traction very, very fast in South Africa is what they call glamping. Glamping means that you can live in the bush, in a tent, a 5-star tent with all the facilities, where you are right close to nature. And then the big breakthrough for us is that we are now going full digital. I actually said to them before I leave, we need to reach this big market of China using all the Red Book that you've got, your own version of TikTok. So we are going to go big there to introduce South Africa, but also to inspire people to come. And then recruit local content creators, you know, Chinese content creators that can help us to create content that will be of interest for the Chinese visitor to come to South Africa. So we're going to go fully digital, but still maintain going out to a road show in China, bringing South African traders to visit China. We will still do both, but for now the plan is to go full-scale digital and have that breakthrough whereby more Chinese people become aware about South Africa.
Of course, safety is always a top priority for travelers.
Yes.
How is South African government addressing safety concerns for international travelers to make the country even more appealing?
We have identified all of those frequently visited tourist attractions in our country. And we have employed 2,300 tourism safety monitors that will share information with a tourist, make sure that the tourist moves safely from between A point A and B. And we have also gone into a partnership with the private sector. And together with the private sector, we have developed an app. It's called Secure App. So even before you travel to South Africa, you can download the app and use it for the time that you are in South Africa. With that app on your phone, at the press of a button, you will have access to, if there's any incident, you will have access to 300 private security companies. You will have access to the police. So the after service that we offer is that one, we will make sure that, we lay a complaint with the police and we lay a charge. We also offer interpretation services. We also contact your embassy. If it's a Chinese tourist, we will contact your embassy. We will then make sure that for the rest of your stay, we put you in a safe place, and then, but once you lay the charge with the police, and then finally that case will go to a court, where you appear before court because you've laid a complaint. You don't now need to travel back to South Africa to go to court there. We have changed our laws so that you can testify in a court in South Africa from anywhere in the world, virtually. You can sit in China with your lawyer and we link you up to a court in South Africa. So I've explained all the things that we've put in place as a plan.